What's up, y'all? It's Producer Whisper again, and check this out. So, I'm literally just sitting out here in the car right now, charging up devices because the power's been out for about 24 hours now. It's about to get dark again, and I don't think the power's going to get turned back on again. So, it's another night of darkness because we are out here experiencing these LA wildfires. Crazy. So, currently, my neighborhood is under voluntary evacuation. It's been all day. But it seems to be calming down right now. We're going to see how the night goes. I'm packed and ready to go. And just in case they say get out of here. And yeah, so that's what I'm sitting here doing. And it's crazy because, like, I'm calm. I'm prepared for these kind of things living in California. And then I lived in Arizona too. I don't know, man. These Californians are not like Arizonans for sure. Arizonans have more like of a prepper, be ready for anything mentality, and Californians have the opposite. They have kind of a blase, oh, dude, everything's gonna be cool kind of mentality. So when things happen, they tend to freak out here a little bit. Like if it rains too hard, they freak out in California. Not dogging my Californians, but like, come on, man, you have it easy out here. You know, it's great weather and all that kind of stuff. So when things happen, you're usually not prepared for that kind of thing, and you're not. But anyway, talking about sync licensing, I know that's a crazy segue, right? Right. Um, I was thinking earlier that I'm just so grateful for the fact that I have residual income and that I was able to find out about residual income so late in my life. Not that I was old, but I was old in terms of like, trying to do music. Keep in mind, I moved to LA, back to LA when I was 37 years old, I told you guys, right? And I got a lot of backlash from that, as I probably should have. Like a lot of, mature, responsible people were telling me, like, what are you doing type situation, right? And I get it, but felt like, this was a window of opportunity for me to go ahead and take the chance that I had procrastinated and didn't take earlier. So I brought my butt out here at 37. What's crazier is that I didn't even find out about sync licensing until probably a year or two after that. So let's just say 39 ish, right? Let's say 39 years old, knocking on 40's door aggressively and just now finding out about sync, like just now dipping my toe in it, right? And not even on the business side of it. I literally was just making beats and getting the beats placed, through my partner at the time. Um, to go from that to what it is today is crazy. It's even crazier considering it was something that I wasn't even aiming for, man. I'll be honest with you. When I came out here, even at 37, I had every intention on getting into the record industry as a music producer. I wanted to produce for famous artists. I wanted to um, get in there, man, production deal or whatever. Like I felt like that was my chance to do that. So um, that's what I was aiming for. That's what I was trying to do. But Sync came across my table, and I was wise enough to take advantage of it at my age, right? So if I was 40 years old trying to come out here and get a record deal as a recording artist, especially in pop music or hip hop, I would have been having some real issues. They probably would have laughed at me. That wouldn't have worked out so well. So my point is that when it comes to sync licensing, you can't age out of it, right? So I know there's a bunch of you out there that probably gave music up, you know, at some point. A bunch of you older cats out there, 40 and older, let's say, 30, 35 and older, let's say, life started life in, started a family, whatever it was. Maybe you were disillusioned with music because you tried to become successful with it and it didn't work. You didn't get that record deal, you didn't get signed or whatever. So you're like, F this, or you didn't get paid. People were waiting for you to support them with it or whatever, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. So you gave it up. Um, you don't got to give it up. Sync licensing is an outlet. Um, it's always an outlet for you to be able to get your music heard, placed, and appreciated, and then for you to feel that great feeling of gratification of accomplishing something with your music, actually doing something with it besides just sitting in your bedroom and making it, or rapping to your homies or singing to your friends or whatever at birthday parties, or whatever the situation is. What I'm trying to say is, without being all long with it, is that you can do something with your music. You can actually do something with it. Um, I remember those first days when I first started hearing my beats on TV, on Real World and those MTV shows, man. It was super, super dope, you know, especially coming from a place where people were like, oh, you'll be back in a year. What are you going out there for? You crazy. It's not like you want to use your energy to prove doubters wrong. That's not the kind of energy you want to move in. But boy, let me tell you, it sure is gratifying when you do something that people say you aren't gonna do or you can't do. It's dope. And the thing about sync licensing versus getting into the record industry is that the record industry isn't always looking for you. Sometimes you got to break into the record industry. You got to be that new, fresh sound. Or these days, you got to have a bunch of views and followers and stuff already. You got to be pretty much proven and that kind of thing, right? And they putting this right in my face. Okay, I'm not going to be mad at them for that. Man, the lighting was better there for a second. Uh, But like I was saying, the record industry isn't always looking for you. But in sync licensing, there's always more music needed, right? I think I mentioned before, Q Sheet could have over 200 pieces of music on one 20-minute episode of a reality show or a TV show. Uh, just so you guys know, a 30-minute episode is 22 minutes minus the commercials on a 30-minute television show. And so those 22 minutes uh, can have over, 200 cues crammed into them. And more than one of those cues can be yours. Uh, so, yeah, I say all that to say that no matter what age you are, hell, if you're 60 years old right now and you still got chops, you still can hop on there and make some good music. You know how to take direction. You're patient. You can get into sync licensing right now. You don't even got to wait. You know, libraries are always looking for music, and that's the best way to even get into sync if you're wondering how to even take the steps to do it. Back in the day, it used to be about reaching out to music supervisors and that kind of stuff, but music supervisors are hard to get a hold of now. They're sought after, they're popular, some of them like celebrity status and that kind of thing. And I get it, they have important jobs and cooler stuff, and they're busy, so they might not even have time to be answering emails about music and that kind of thing. They usually have their squads of people that they work with, that they're their trusted team of people that they can go to, or sources of music. But libraries are always looking for new music, every genre, every style, especially if you can provide it, on a consistent basis. Like like for instance, you make EDM music, you could hit a library with a 7-song playlist of EDM, and if they like it and they take it, then you could keep feeding them that, and they'll keep taking it in most cases. You want to work with libraries because libraries already have the relationships built with the networks and all of that kind of stuff. So you don't have to try to spend your time building those relationships. You can spend your time making music and just sending your music to somebody that's going to rep your music. Smash Coast is a company like that. We're not a library, but we're a sync agent. So what we do is we rep artists and we rep people's music. So you don't have to. We build the relationships. We have the relationships with the clients, so you don't have to do that. You can do that at any age. I'm not trying to go on a tangent here, but that's what I'm trying to let you guys know. You guys don't got to be 22 years old to start sync. You can be 60 years old and start sync and get into this, man. So if you're, if you gave it up, or if you're thinking it's a young man's game or whatever, I know it's getting dark right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But if you think it's a young man's game or something like that, don't even think that, man. You can get into it. I'm an OG in the game now. I'm a veteran, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, but looking around, we are in LA. I got to watch myself. But just to let y'all know, oh yeah, the camera's trying to lose me because it's getting dark. That's what's up, man. I'm finna get out of here. Any age, you can get in the sync. That's what's up. I'm the producer whisperer. Peace. Woo!